Here's the video you guys want. You need hair. I don't care what kind of hair you get. You need keratin glue, and I use a strip. You need regular sew-in thread, and you need scissors. Oh, and a flat iron. And the keratin fusion tool, all of which you can get from Amazon. So what I did, just measure my string out. You don't need too much string, but also make sure it's not too short. And just measure it out and repeat. Make sure you warm up your flat iron. And then you're going to take the keratin strip and cut out little pieces because you're going to need that later on. And then just cut off all the excess hair, line it up, make sure it's even before you pass the strip. And you want to take a good amount because you don't want too much on the flat iron. Otherwise, it's just not gonna take. So put your strip on the flat iron, warm it up until it gets sticky. And then once it's sticky like that, you're just gonna pass over a good chunk of hair a couple times. And the keratin dries really quick. So you just want to pass over a couple times until it's all adhered. There's gonna be little flyaways. Just pull them out. It's not them. If you line the hair up good, you're not gonna have that much flyaways. So make sure you just cut off the excess, and like I said, just pull the flyaways. It's not that much, as you can see. And then what you'll do next is you'll just cut the little hair into strips. You don't want them too big. Oh, well, I mean, that's up to you. But cut them in strips, and then now you have K-tips. So if you wanted to put K-tips in your hair, go right ahead. But now we have little K-tips. And from there, what we'll do is we'll take two little strips and we'll take two strings just to make sure it's nice and secure. And like I said, sometimes you're going to need to have more glue while you're rewarming these up. So that's why I cut out little strips of glue. And then what you're going to do is just line up your string with the hair, and then you're going to rewarm the keratin that's already on there. If you need more keratin, just pick up the little keratin strips that I have there, and then just warm it up. Roll, warm, roll, and repeat. Now, this is for the do-it-yourself girlies or guys. If you don't have patience and you are not the type of person to do things yourself, this isn't for you. Go ahead and spend that $200-$300. This isn't for you. And that's okay. But for me, I would rather spend $200-$300 on a plane ticket to go somewhere. So, and I like projects and I like doing things myself. So for me, this works. It does take a few hours. Like it does take a few hours. It's tedious. It's time consuming. But once you get a good momentum going, it picks up and it'll go by just like that. So this is human hair blend that I use, but as you can see, it turned out pretty darn good.